first startup is the 3. It's small. Yeah, it's big brain time. Hey everyone, Jack, Tom and Amy behind the camera here from MLR Motorsport. So this is car guys building computers, and girl as well I guess, we've got Amy with us. So about a week ago now I think, I went to turn my computer on and that was it, nothing happened. So we started doing some fault finding and found out that that is now a very outdated and expensive paperweight. So Tom and I built that computer at least about 5 years ago now. Yeah, so it was time for an update, and it's something that we needed to do as well because we use this for work as well as play and all sorts. So yeah, here we are. We finally got the new parts. We've had a little bit of a problem with some thermal paste, but we got there. Probably gonna leave that bit out. But yeah, so we'll talk you through it as we go through the process. We've already gone through and we've put the new M2 solid state drive in. So that's what Tom did just before. Basically that's just for boot. It's really incredibly fast boot, and the way that we will set the computer up is so only everything that is critical for the computer to actually operate, so i.e. Windows, that'll be installed on that disk. Everything else goes onto those 2 drives that you can see at the front of the case there. So we're using my case that I already had and the PSU that I already had, so power supply unit, that's that big red box down there. So that's still all good.
It's all good, man.
It was really oversized for the system I was running last time anyway, so it's perfect, and we'll just keep using that. What we have updated though is obviously the motherboard, which you can see here. So out the old, into the new. The 2 graphics cards, we're keeping them the same. So this is a 960 and this is a 660. So she's an old girl, but this graphics card we use only for physics. So when I do play games like BeamNG, it's very physics heavy, so it uses them really hard because it's lots and lots of triangles that it needs to load. So that's why we dedicate that. And then of course we run the 960 basically does everything else. So what we've done here is we've got our post set up for the processor ready to go on. So we've decided to go with a water-cooled system this time. Before we did have that, not the cooler that's on top there, that's the one that came with our new, the new processor, but that's the old cooler and it's air cooled, but we got a pretty good price for that water cooling system, but we'll get more into that a little bit later. Yeah, sweet. I'll do all the really hard bits then. No, so I brought Tom in for this one. It's definitely not my expertise, and it's basically just somebody else to blame if it doesn't work.
Yeah, pretty much.
So out with the old Core i5 sticker. Apologise as well, we haven't made a video in quite a long time with everything that's been happening, but we're getting back into it now and hopefully we're pushing some more stuff out soon.
There you go, you can put that sticker
Oh
on
yeah,
too.
number 2. My HyperX RAM.
There's a motherboard one as well.
This is basically just like the shopping list that you put down the side of the car.
It's the most important part is putting the stickers on the
Yeah.
case, right?
It's pretty critical.
What happens if you can't flex it? Right?
Yeah. Tom's just plugging in all the cable, like as much cabling as we can right now. Obviously there's stuff that we won't plug in, like the graphics cards and that yet, because we'll make sure it posts. Make sure it posts and boots first, and then go from there. So this is what comes with the power supply. The CPU. This is what comes with the CPU originally. This is the one that I run on my last computer, so considerably bigger. And then the new one, so we've gone to the water-cooled system. this one here.
What's the advantage?
So basically what you can do...
engine versus water cooled.
Yeah, pretty much. The cooling efficiency is way better, but with the standard CPU coolers, like they obviously are designed and built for what they do, but when you start getting into overclocking and that sort of thing, you definitely need to start taking it up. Everything is supporting this here. That's your CPU, Central Processing Unit. Pretty unreal, right?
So will we be able to start it next? Or is there another step?
Should be able to start it. Like, we'll have to do a bit of wiring and stuff, like make sure everything's plugged in. But yeah, we should be able to start it pretty soon. Having to pull this off to get a cable in that we didn't plug in before.
First startup. Oh no. Oh no. How do you know it's not the power supply? Because it is providing power.
Yeah. Like, power supplies are pretty hardy, like, it takes a lot to power supply.
12 seconds later.
Alright, so we stopped videoing for a little bit because things were getting too hard. And some swear words were said and that sort of thing. So here we have the PSU power supply. Yeah, broke the multimeter out. Another YouTube tutorial later. We learnt that this is actually our problem. So I just went forward and bought all the new motherboard and everything when this one probably isn't a paperweight. This is the paperweight. So tomorrow I'll try and get another power supply locally. We'll see how we go with the Rona around at the moment. If not, yeah, it'll be waiting a couple of days for a new power supply to come in. But what can you do? It's just like cars. So we got a new power supply unit today. So now it's me. I'll fit it up, see how we go. We got this one cheap for what it is, but it looked like it had already been, the package had already been opened. It was missing a power cable, so we're using our own, and all the manuals are gone, so there's another phone call that needs to be had, because they never told me about anything like that, so I'm not super stoked about that, but it'll get us going again, so it's fine.
So PSU is fitted. Cabling has been tucked out of sight.
Yeah, it looks pretty bad on this side, so I'll sort that later. I'll make sure everything works first. That's that one. There's a little self-test button here, so I might try that. Something's happening in there, but that little light's not on, so these are the lights we're looking for here. Two, three, and nothing. Oh no, one.
Is that what we wanted?
I think so,
Right.
but it's flashing, so I'm gonna have to go to the book and have a look at what's going on.
It's not like an engine bay where you can just reach in and rev it.
But we've got coolant flowing, this fan's pumping hard, that one's still dropped. Yeah, that's still going through, so I've got that one right. Nothing?
Nothing.
So I had to root around a little bit, but I finally got it to boot, and these lights here have actually made my life pretty easy. So those ones, just so you can see how it says easy charge LED, well I hope you can. So now I have to go through, I've got to pull the graphics card back off. I've been running through that, and then that's finally giving us displayed our monitor. I'm going to try and put the M2 card back on. That's this little doohickey here. So this is a solid state drive that mounts straight to the motherboard, and then we'll try the second stick of RAM. I've only got one in there at the moment, so we'll try get that in and then see how that goes. Computers are just ridiculous. They're pretty much exactly the same as cars, just painful, like really painful. Hey, here we go. Cool. So I'll keep going. I'll try and plug all the other drives and stuff in and do it again. What's focus? So there you go. I'm going to work through this now. As you can see, I've got all this to tidy up, not that you can see it. But no, happy days, it's actually working, so I'm a lot happier now. So I don't have to send anything back, and I might have my computer working. I'm not sure how it's going to boot, because Windows is right there. We're finally into installing Windows. What a mission. And as you can see, Amy's super interested. Nut. Okay, we're in a few days later now. Got it all sorted, all working. So all the cover and everything back on. The problem that I was having quite a bit, the one that I couldn't work out, was the second video card. So because it's NVIDIA and running with the AMD processor, they didn't like each other. So I'm only running the single card at the moment. I may have to do a flash the BIOS or something like that. It might make it play ball a little bit better. But either way, it's working absolutely fine. So I'm all happy, and yeah, that's us and basically a complete rebuild of this computer. The only thing that's the same is the SSDs and the case itself, but I'm happy. It looks a lot better, it's a lot tidier, the water cooled system and that. All right, I'll see you later.